Hi guys, it's Chrissy with Chrissy's Divine Design Tarot, and today we are doing a reading for Aries. Oh yeah, so let's have a look at what is coming in for you. We're gonna do the love cards and if there's anything that's good, bad, or the ugly coming in for you. At this time, we're just looking at your energy. Oh, you might be looking at taking some type of leap. Hmm. Okay, so you may be looking at this differently from when you were wounded at the past. I'm feeling like this wall that you've created. I feel like you may have changed your thought or view on this when it comes to a new beginning for you. I almost feel like there's some kind of, I want to say that the paths are open to this beginning. It's whether you're going to take that initial leap. You do have faith, I feel like, and I kind of feel like you're ignoring other people when it comes to a new path that might be open, about what other people might be saying or suggesting to you. I feel like you take that in, you look at your walls, what your maybe your boundaries are, maybe that uncomfortable space. I feel like you might be changing your view on maybe being more of a survivor than feeling like a victim now. I feel like you might have done a lot of work here in regards to that because you're still here and you might be older now and you've kind of gone through maybe some childhood wounds or excuse me, things that have maybe happened in the past. I feel like there's a good chance that this is going to change for you. So let's just see what's coming through. Yeah, it looks like you're in a good place. You are quite confident in what you're doing. You're content, that sense of well-being. You might be maybe a little more stern and maybe a little more I want to say maybe not approachable. So you might be keeping people at a little bit of a distance here when it comes to anyone that wants to romance you. However, there is someone coming in, and you might be kind of vetting them in a sense of taking a look at them to see whether they are someone you see potential in maybe coming together with. And you might be having some truth to yourself on this card with this Queen of Swords. And it's almost like I'm feeling this sense of being having a hard truth to yourself about whether this person fits into your life and it's a good fit or whether this person isn't kind of what you're looking for or not. And I kind of feel like you're going to really be looking at the hard truth when it comes to any romance that comes your way. Yeah, because of a broken heart. So, excuse me, Mr. Skeleton. I have usually it's my soul hand holding cards and I picked this up for Halloween. I thought it was pretty cute and I didn't get a chance to really use it because I had the camera on me instead of my table. So I felt like I better just kind of use it for a little bit here, even though Halloween has passed. I thought it was pretty cute. So, anyways, okay. So you might be making plans at looking at this differently. I feel like you're maybe seeing things coming together for you when it comes to love. Now, maybe somebody's entered your life, Aries, or you are seeing somebody that is a potential for being a part of your life. Let's just see. Okay, so an ending may be bringing in a new beginning that's going to be lucky for you. Who pops up? Your counterpart when it comes to seeing that hard truth. They may be looking at the hard truth as well in some type of ending. They're feeling pretty lucky or pretty good about the future when it comes to their fortune. And I feel like they may have been a long time coming for this ending that they are doing, or has been for a long time, that they're maybe getting back out there in terms of love. So this person might be coming in for you or has shown up. And for some of you, that may be already. Um, all right, judgment. So you're aware that whatever transformation has occurred here with Pluto coming in with the judgment card, this could be some life changing events that are going to happen for you. There's some closure from a lesson for this person. They've learned something about themselves. It wasn't about who did what to who, it was more about what they learned along the way about themselves and whether they're going to let someone else in that was like that, or that they're going to kind of vet as well, if you want to say, really take a look at being truthful to themselves as well when it comes to how you may or they may look at people. So if they're a good fit or not, and what is important to them in terms of truth. And maybe even being truthful in a relationship. Perhaps you've had lies, perhaps they've had lies. Maybe this is even somebody you were once with that has ended out. You broke their heart. Maybe you had a happy home at one point. However, I feel like for some of you that may be the case. This might be the past coming back for some of you. Um, However, this could be someone new coming in, or you're wanting to go back to somebody that did break your heart. So, however you're looking at it, whether it was the past that broke your heart, if it was this person that broke your heart, and it was in the past, or if it is someone new coming in from a past hurt that you're looking at differently now, because you want to have that happy home. So it looks like there is an ending bringing you two together, though, a lesson that has happened. Yeah, they're coming in quickly too, so it's not going to be that long. They may even see you as a healing soul or healing factor here in this with the Four of Swords. It's almost like they're at peace with whatever's happened in their life, or at peace when they're with you. So, from any previous pain, they may be able to be very distracted because I feel like your energy really vibrates out to them and draws them in, so they're not really thinking about anything else but focusing on you at hand. You have that ability to kind of shine where the past isn't really coming up for them anymore. They're more focused on you. Now, yeah, they're putting their burdens down. They're not really focusing on anybody else in and around them, and they're ready to get rid of that past baggage, I feel. Ah, yes, passionate new beginning is starting between you. Now, this may be somebody that ghosted you in the past or walked away in the past, and you were happy at the time. Maybe they know that you were really good together and there was a lot of happiness. Perhaps you walked away. However, it shows up for you. I'm just merely reading the cards, of course, and it's up to you to kind of determine whether this fits you or not. Not every story is going to be yours. And of course, it's let go of whatever isn't part of your story and just concentrate more on what fits for you in regards to the general message, right? If you want to um, have your messages to you in a personal reading, then I will put my email in the comment section where you can just click on the link and you come right to me, and you can leave me a message, but put personal reading in the subject line so I can find you quite easily. So let us see here. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe if you want to become part of our little tribe that we have here. I appreciate, of course, all your donations, all your super thanks, and all that you do for the community. Check out my products. I have had some new things come up and put into the t-shirts. So, and there's hats and there's other things that you can get as well, cups, mugs, that kind of thing. So if you're into that, check out the products. My video will still play. You'll still hear what I'm saying, but you'll be able to look at the merchandise. So, looks like you were once happy, or you're wanting to go towards that happiness. Now, there might be a part of you that might be a little scared this person's going to walk away. Now, don't change who you are in that case to kind of keep that person by letting them cross any boundaries. Put those boundaries up. If they're really into you, they're going to respect those boundaries. Okay. And if it is somebody from the past that's overstepped those boundaries, then those boundaries have to be reestablished. Not everybody can come back from that. It depends on what's happened, if it was an amicable or if it was one-sided, where somebody left the other, or why that may have happened if it is from the past. Now, there are things that need to be addressed here in terms of boundaries and feeling and different perspective on things. Perhaps there was some level of uncertainty here within the relationship. And if you know anything about narcissism, you're going to want to watch for certain signs. Now, I'm thinking about maybe doing a couple courses and maybe having that as part of some things that I add to this now that I've started my merchandise shelf, and now it's time to start ticking off some of the other things that I wanted to do as well. Of course, I have put um, in the community tab on what kind of images you'd like on t-shirts and the merchandise. So if you want to let me know on that and any suggestions that maybe I'm overlooking when it comes to spirituality or what you're kind of looking for when it comes to merchandise. So let's continue. I'd like to kind of find out if this is somebody from your past. I did have this card ready already. Oh, this is your emperor. Okay, so I might be talking to the emperor, or I could be talking about your emperor. Okay, so the emperor may have walked away from someone here to come towards you. Now, I feel like with this coming to calmer waters, they already feel like you are calmer. Okay, so I feel like they're coming towards you here. Okay, so yeah, there may be some unfinished business that needs to happen with between you, this conversation to close out anything, tie up those loose ends, or this could be about getting on the right path with you once again, or for the first time if it is someone new. Now, let's just see here. And it might be that you're crossing each other's paths here. There's definitely some type of win that you're going to have. Okay. So there's definitely needing to take things slow. It's like pausing and reflecting about how you feel about this person in the first place, whether they are from the past, whether they are someone new, or if these are past feelings that were happened because of someone else. You don't want to be projecting that onto your new person, especially if it wasn't the person that did it to you in the first place. So let's just look at this temperance card because I'm really feeling drawn to that. There may be some life purpose that comes in. Uh, Definitely wanting a win on both sides, I feel. And it looks like this might be a sudden thing that comes up for you. Um, Now, is it going to change a lot of things? Yeah, it might reveal something here about a purpose that you're meant to have as a win here. Okay, there may have been a long time coming. You may have been waiting. Oh, you might have felt like, oh, this is like forever. So I kind of feel like it's taken them a long time to get to this space. Now, it may have been lessons they needed to learn. Maybe it was karma they had to overcome. It may have been a few things that have happened to this person that made this show up like this. Okay. So let's just see here. Okay, so they're more willing to make you a priority now if they didn't in the past. And if it is somebody new, they know they've taken a long time to maybe look into you and know that you have to be the priority in their life or they will make you that. Yeah, that equal give and take. They may realize about you is that you are willing to give as long as you are having something in return as well, that you're more likely to meet them on that you give, I give type of thing, and that respectful type of energy. Don't do what you wouldn't do yourself. So if you wouldn't want me to do it to you, then don't do it to me, kind of thing. And it's that tit for tat type of thing. Um, sense of reality, okay? Sense of giving and receiving, and having that kind of teamwork dynamic where you're getting along with each other, respecting each other, and really being able to get along well. I feel like as long as it's on the positive, things are always good for when people start out, right? It's when you're being together for a long time and it slowly becomes resentful because you're not addressing what's going on, or you're lacking in what you need from the other person for your love language. So, depending on what you need from that person, that needs to be that conversation. So let's just see here. Yeah, there is some worry, however. I feel like this might be, is it anxiety? Possibly. Perhaps this has something to do. Hmm, I almost feel like it might be dreams that somebody else is going to take you from them or get in there before you, or that realization. Came up, or you're kind of concerned that someone else might come in. Yeah, there was some lesson here. So, something to do with working something out between the two of you. Now, this may be about a lesson that this person learned. This could be something to do with going back to school for a particular job, and it may have something to do with a life purpose. So, let's just see what this is. Oh, yeah. So, there may be, I feel like you may have a higher education, or you may want to get that higher education and go back to school for a better paying job or a trade or something that you want to get into that is going to really up the ante when it comes to um, payout. I feel like you need to have your own independence as well when it comes to whatever reward or wealth that you're going to have. Now, we also have that independence that needs to be there when it comes to the love. And yes, this might be somebody from your past. So, okay, so it could have been either way for people, but you may be yearning for a past person as well, even though you're doing well in finances. It could be this person coming back around. This could even be a twin flame where you kind of missed each other here and there, or never ever came together. It was always a chasing or running dynamic where you weren't able to be on the same page. Yeah, there are a lot of options that you may have. This might be wishful thinking that you're going to make this legacy with this person. Let's just see. Ah, and get that marriage card. Now, this could be values the same as well in terms of the Hierophant. I am kind of feeling like maybe traditions and values may be quite similar, what's socially acceptable, maybe religion. I mean, it could be spirituality too. Maybe as long as they're good with however your belief system is, and they're good with that, I feel like, and they're going to um, step up for you. I feel like this is maybe somebody having that realization that they maybe had to lose you to really understand how much you really meant for them. So, was this somebody you were married to in the past? Possibly. Let's see. Yeah, there may have been somebody that was over chosen and invested in over you. Yeah, you may have used your intuition, or maybe realized there was somebody else involved, or that things weren't quite what it seemed. Let's see here. Yeah, there's that hard truth. Now, this is a breakthrough or some mental clarity that you may have had. Maybe you're talking about this as well and confessing some type of truth, or there's some type of situation that is talking about this. Yeah, there's a lot of attraction that that they want to plant seeds. And this may be to do with the past. This could be somebody that is wishful thinking that this is going to happen. However, was there some dissatisfaction? Looks like it. You may have been suppressing your intuition about this person in the past, and that may be why there was heartbreak in the first place. However, if it isn't a past person, it may have been a past life. So there may be lessons here from the past life that need to be overcome this lifetime. All right, there is a teamwork dynamic here, and I feel like you have to make the decision on whether this is going to work out for you. They are showing up as emotionally available. Okay. Well, that's comforting because sometimes if it was in the reverse, then that would be a problem. Definitely willing to open up emotionally, which is nice because even though you may feel like you have to make a painful decision um, to do with this, now this could be about feeling like you're betraying yourself, especially if you plan not to go back to anybody from your past and you're finding that maybe you will. Don't worry, you weren't betraying yourself, especially if this is the path that you were meant to take. Now, there are loving words, but it was showing up. Crossing. You might be wondering, is this love bombing? Is this somebody just trying to blow smoke up your ass? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, so they are willing to fight for you. And maybe they didn't have your back in the past or in your past life. There's more strength and bravery here about some conversation they want to have with you. So they are going to reach out with that page of swords. Or is that the knight? That's the knight. Okay, sorry. This is taking some action towards you. So they are coming in quickly, and they're going to stand up for you. So there is conversation here. Now, this is the page of, yes, page of swords. So this is the conversation you're going to have. Now, maybe it's a message, maybe it's some type of communication, maybe there's just curious energy coming through on this. Let's just see. Okay. There might be something that's going to be confessed to you. Oh, that you are coming up as their empress. Wow. Okay. So we do have the emperor and empress. This is a high level energy coming through on this and a lot of passion here. Now, I'm getting three major arcanas all together here. This is something that's going to be groundbreaking or, let's say, earth moving in the department of this passion. Now, you may be uncertain, is it just all about passion? Is this something of a secret passion that you have for each other? Is this something that you have to keep secret? Okay, so there might be some saving some money here. What is this? Okay, they're inspired to come forward. They may be hanging on to your energy too. This might be saving money to come forward, but they are inspired to come regardless and have some type of. I'm kind of getting that new opportunity or exploring this to see. There's enthusiasm here. Ah. Now, I feel like there might be some sense. Are they trying to get away with something? Is this love bombing? Is this. Why is the seven here? Ah, betrayal. Okay, so you've been betrayed in the past, but you are putting up those boundaries. I like it. So you're not, I feel like you're not naive in thinking that that's a possibility. However, if it is somebody from the past that has done this to you before, is that level of trust there enough for this to go forward? Wow. 10 of Cups. There's that balancing the scales here with the justice. And I feel like you're like, okay, dude, if you cross my boundaries, I already have my spirit guides here, and crossing the boundaries is going to cost you huge karma. My spirit guides don't mess around, so expect financial loss and you're out in the cold. And yeah, they still want to give you the offer. So I do like this for you. I feel like Aries, they may still want to give you the offer or may still accept your offer, depending on which role you play in this. Oh, wow, that's a lot of crossing. We're not taking all those. Let's just get one or two, please, Spirit. And can I get a confirmation, not something that's thought of or is still wondering about or kind of in the way of this thought? All right, making the effort. So it looks like there might be effort made because there is a lot of chemistry. Definitely felt that. And the attraction, absolutely. I do like that they're emotionally available. Is that just a thing that starts off in the middle or the most when it comes in the beginning of the relationship? They still want to take time and disconnect from the world to get to know you. Um, they may not be who you saw yourself with or thought maybe this was your type, but even if they aren't your type, maybe give them a chance and let go of control issues. Don't try to control everything. Just kind of go out and have fun. Don't worry about anything else. Whoa, wedding. Yeah, you're still going to love yourself first, even if you do get married to this person. And codependency, this might be something that you've had in the past. I feel like maybe you're going to shut the door on wedding and not really go with that. I feel like you're trying to control some type of codependency by still keeping in mind that you need to be your own person. So I feel like you maybe had this happen in the past where you got married and then there was this codependency on each other, or codependency on one side, and the other one may have been um, the one that was more stronger in the relationship or had that a sense of insecurity you may have been feeling in the first place for you to form that codependency. So, okay, yeah, this is a past life relationship. So this could be no one from your past life, from this lifetime. This is going to happen very soon. So there might have been things that happened in your past life that you were meant to maybe do this time around. So you will get to know each other very soon coming up. And yeah, I feel like it's time to call back and control over your life. So you may be feeling like, is this what I want to do? Not sure. Kind of now it's like, okay, what do you really want? And put that out there so it comes in for you. And I feel like with the freeing yourself here, it's time to take back control. Is it walking away from this person? You only know the right answer to that. It is indicating that maybe first let and get to know this person. There is an attraction here. Um, Perhaps you're not willing to get married, maybe you are. However, that shows up for you, it just means that it's maybe looking at a long term relationship. So let's crack the deck here. There might be some religious things that may not mesh together here when it comes to this. So maybe that stopped this from the past life from coming together, or in the past life, it was an issue. Um, let's just see what the good, the bad, the ugly is in terms of this. Yeah, there's the message there. So there is a message going to come through. Let's just see here. Let's see. Yeah, there is a main male here showing up, and they may work with you. They may work really hard here. What is this? They may have to come on a journey, come over to where you live in your community and to see your main female. So they may not live close by. So is there a chance that they have to go home at one point or another? Possibly. Let's just see here. All right, we have a mature man here. Lovers. and concern. Okay, so there may be a father figure that's concerned about this love that you may have with this person, and the distance may be here. What is this? All right, has something to do with the community. Yeah, about maybe the distance between the two of you. But your person is really thinking about you and wanting to give to you, despite the community you live in. So this might be an issue for dad or somebody older, maybe a sibling or somebody they look up to as somebody of importance in either the main male or the female's life. All right, something isn't good for you. This love might not be good for you, is what maybe a family member is concerned about. So maybe dad is calling a family meeting or not feeling good about this love that you have with this person. And it might be talked about amongst the family. All right, there's blessings here. And a wealthy man and marriage. Okay, so perhaps dad wants you to marry someone else that feels is a blessing that is maybe close by or is wealthy. And it's not about wealth, or it shouldn't be. So, yeah, this might come between the two of you coming together here. It might keep you stuck, especially if you live at home with dad or, let's just see. Ah, okay. Now, dad may have divorced mom, or mom may have divorced dad. Now, this may be why there's a problem about getting married or getting married to somebody you don't know that well, versus somebody that might be who dad wants you to marry. Um, there's some despair here, because maybe you don't want to remember the divorce that they had. Yeah, you definitely don't want to. Yeah. I feel like you may have thought, okay, the divorce was a blessing in itself because maybe there was a lot of fighting, they didn't get along, but you're not dad, and your person is not dad, and they've already had their experience, and it's up to you to make your own mistakes if it's a mistake for your own happiness. So it's not up to dad. So let's just see. We have a great fortune here. It might be about inheritance that this is a problem. Yeah. Uh, Whatever the case is, it may be dad's insisting on a prenup when it comes to this. So there is a pathway you're meant to take here. So, um, yeah, it may be that there's certain expectations you're letting go of when it comes to family members. They've done their thing, but you're not them, they're not you. Doesn't mean just because they had problems getting along doesn't mean that you will. Um, there needs to be these expectations need to change when it comes to you being on your own path. You're not mom, you're not dad. You're your own person. And you may see things differently or have a different view when it comes to family members. Yeah, there is that message. High honors here. Um, you may really respect family, which is good, great. But like I said, you're not them. They've been allowed to make their own mistakes. You should be able to make your own. Whether it's a mistake or not, only you are going to know how you feel about this new person coming in. Oh, sorry, I just had to move. Oh, there we go. All right, so let's see. Okay, that wealthy man is still coming in, maybe coming over to the house, and is feeling this other person is taking from them in a sense that maybe dad has said something about this communication you're having, and maybe calling this person over to the house and wanting you to come over. We have unexpected income, mature woman, and a false person. Okay. I feel like this may be maybe trying to get mom on dad's side about the two of you coming together with this wealthy man versus this other person you're communicating with. We have guided message here about some change, about people that aren't good for you. So there needs to be a change. There might be some bringing up about courthouse and about um, maybe reliving some of the past through mom and dad. That might be what they're bringing up and how bad it was about this marriage that they had. Don't get married, don't get married, because then you have to get divorced and you don't want to have to get divorced. Maybe they don't believe in divorce. Maybe they're still together and it's terrible situation for you. I don't know. Let's just see what's going on. Yeah, there is going to be a change here. I feel like you're going to change your mind about who you're going to court and the journey you're going to take. You may be meeting up with this other person halfway. So they may be coming into a certain place that isn't far from you, and you may have to go to them or meet them in the middle. So, hmm, what's the despair about? What's this change that's going to be a despair? All right, there is going to be somebody that is going to be in despair. Is it going to be the wealthy man? Is it going to be this other person? Or is it going to be mom and dad if you get married? Well, there is something coming in the distant horizon. And this is somebody that you do look up to, or your person does. Um, and it may be the guidance from ascended masters. Or spirit and or your angels, ancestors, and spirit guides here that you're kind of looking at. You might even get a message here from higher up about the pathway you're meant to take. Yeah. And about what the mature man feels about money. Okay, and it may be that there's an inheritance here. I'm getting like you'll get part of your inheritance if you walk this path versus that path. However, I feel like you know the path that you're meant to take, despite what the mature man is telling you. So, what is this about the main or the mature man in the distant horizon? What is this? Okay, there may be some needing to end something out here. Okay, so you are the child to this person, or your person's the child to this man. However, this is, I feel like you, in the distant horizon, you're going to end something, possibly as a child, father-child dynamic here. You may, say, don't give me ultimatums, or put some boundaries in place. What is this? Yeah, there's something you're going to work on here. I feel like you might be working on some type of lack when it comes to some thoughts here. I almost feel like there's hmm, what is meant by this with the toil and labor, the poverty, and the thoughts? Okay. I feel like you may be really considering what poverty may look like. Maybe you're well to do, maybe that you may have to go out and work for yourself. You could end up in poverty. There might be thoughts that they're putting in your head and having you concerned about certain things. So let's just see what this is. Okay, so this could be this false person and an occupation, that this is just a facade. You don't know this person. Maybe you're going to apply for a position or a job. They may be somebody that's going to victimize you through some type of job offer. Let's just see what this is. Is this true? Set them up here. Courthouse. Man. Is this a contesting of a will? I'm really starting to feel like with the courthouse, the wealth, and this issue between mom and dad, the divorce, and then not wanting you to marry somebody they don't know. I almost feel like maybe somebody is worried about some inheritance here, talking in your ear about this, or your person's ear. It's almost like contesting a will and going to court about the wealth. Might be some family battles going on here. Yeah, message of concern once again. Why all the concern here? You're gonna do what's expected of you? Like, what is going on here? Oh, you might be putting those expectations to an end. This male and female may be ending out this situation now. I feel like you might do what you're expected to do and maybe put a prenup on here. What is this? Some family is coming through on this, so a family in poverty, and it's just they don't actually have any wealth. There's a message about this. They may be saying that there's inheritance here, and they might be quite far in debt. You're the child, or your person is. Sure, woman. It might be mom that has the wealth, not dad. Let's look at the after tarot on this one, Aries, because you really got me curious about what is going on. It has something to do with this passionate new beginning, it looks like. Let's just see. Tell me why all this is showing up like this. Give me 3 cards, please. Hmm. Okay, so inspired action about something of a wishful thought about getting married, or a happy home. Love is in the air. I feel like is it wishful thinking? Is this an illusion? Is this a choice? It's choosing wisely. You're definitely a sweetheart, and you are in love. And there is somebody that's coming in to fight for you. They want to fight for you. They're coming in as the Knight of Swords, taking that fast action, being assertive as well. This might be you being assertive about this love. Something being revealed to you, oh, yeah, about something to do with this. Now, you may have had things happen as a child about your parents, and everything came crashing down. things were revealed, but you're still looking at the cups behind you. It wasn't you that had this happen, but you were stuck in the middle of it all. I feel for somebody there may have even been a third party. Hmm. Okay, so maybe there's some type of celebration or win you're going to get here when it comes to some communication about love. This also may mean that there is a third party here. So is the Three of Cups? Well, okay, so you feel safe with this person. You're looking at it as taking this offer. So, which offer is it? Is it the wealthy man or is it this new person that you are getting messaged by? There's a conversation here about this love and this offer. Hmm. It's taking a while to come. They know the lay of the land too. And you may have been talking to this person about love. Yeah, they're definitely recovering from any broken heart. They're showing up as emotionally available, and there is some type of transformation here. So since this is somebody from your past life, I feel like there's quite the connection here when it comes to this love. You may supposed to be with this person every lifetime, and I feel like are you maybe this is the lesson. Are you going to listen to mom or dad, or are you going to choose for yourself by looking into your own space about how you feel about this person? You're looking at the hard truth here. You may be financially secure on your own, and you may have this love, this great overpouring love here. And there's a lot of arguments around this. You may want to win at all costs when it comes to this love. Now, there might be some type of conflict here. Yeah, okay. I feel like this, whatever betrayal is dead and buried in terms of mom and dad's divorce. I feel like you're seeing your own ship showing up and you're willing to put down all the other burdens from everyone else and just carry your own wand and not have everybody putting things on you here in terms of this, Aries. Now, you may have already gone to these calmer waters when it comes to this passionate new beginning, and there is a legacy you're meant to do with this person. So you may be more inclined to take the offer against the advice of mom and dad. And I feel like you're going to forge your own way with this person and make your own wealth. So it's not about any wealth that you're going to miss out from mom and dad. It might be mom that has the purse strings or has the wealth in her family. It may not even be up to dad. So mom might be kind of saying, go after your heart. So I feel like whatever demons they're throwing your way with the nine of swords, I feel like whatever anguish or anxiety they've created or this nightmare situation, um, it's important that you go after what is really vibrating through your soul and heart. I feel like things will change for you. We have the star, there's hope here. And I feel like if you have that salvation of having the help when it comes to this, I don't feel like mom's going to turn their back on you. If you do have some need for money, I feel like mom's gonna come in through for you or something along those lines. You're gonna get out of the cold. Um, you're also gonna use your intuition here. This person is coming in quickly, and there may be some truth that they're going to speak here. Yeah, you're their empress. You're in a good spot with or without them, and they have their own wealth. So I feel like you aren't going to be in poverty like somebody's painted a picture of. Yeah, you're gonna have to vet this for yourself. They're not going to tell me one way or another. It's going to be your decision and yours alone. This could be a test. This could be something of I'm getting, will the past life repeat, or will you make a different decision this time around? But however, it's kind of saying to me that it's not going to tell me either way. So this may be a lesson or some type of to see what you're going to do when it comes to this, facing this situation. And they're not really giving me one way or another. They're kind of highlighting what the concerns are on both sides of the things. However, it's not really crystal clear to me about the way I'm feeling. There's still this uncertainty in terms of what way you're going to go on this. You may be collecting all the information that they want to tell you about marriage, about divorce, about having to go to court and um, having this blow up in your face if it doesn't work out, and then about having to give them money or them having to pay you money or just how ugly it can actually get. I feel like you saw it happen. However, it wasn't you that was, um, you were involved in it, but you weren't the one experiencing the love uh, crash down as a one-on-one with somebody. You were the third person watching it all occur and seeing both sides of it. So I feel like you may have your own idea about marriage or about divorce or about um, certain religions that it's you're not meant to. So whoever you choose, make sure you get along with them because you're stuck with them forever. Well, in some reasons there is better to divorce. You're meant to be happy this lifetime, not stuck with somebody that makes you miserable, right? So I mean, especially nowadays, marriage isn't really so common, or at least seems that way. And is it important to try to stick it out? Possibly. But if you can't figure out where the disconnect is, or you can't get back to that common ground, or that trust has been repeatedly tested or broken, there's certain elements that shouldn't try to fix, right? So I feel like there's a choice you're going to have to make here, Aries. You are showing up as the Emperor, and your person is showing up as the Empress. Um, so I don't know if that's really giving you a clue on which way to go. However, you may not know who's who in this because you do have two people. You have a wealthy man showing up. Is that the wealthy man? Um, is that the person that this is all about? Is this somebody that doesn't want to give up on you and you're going to get back with? I don't know. You know your situation. So, I mean, free yourself could mean just taking back the control about not letting everybody else decide for you and taking your own control back over. You may say, "I don't know what I'm going to do," but that doesn't mean that whatever they say goes. Um, you're giving your power away, and they are essentially going to make that decision for you and expect you to do it. And so you can take advice and see how well that fits for your situation. They're not you, they don't know what's in your heart. So, unless you're expressing that, and then, however, they're not you, so they're not feeling it. So, it's quite easy for them to say one way or another. But when you're actually in it, it's a little different. So, they can only go from what their experience is, and they may want better for you. So, it may not be something you want to hold against them. However, you're you. You have your own decision to make. And whatever your decision is, they should, as long as it makes you happy, that's what should matter. right? So, however, this is for you or them, and they may express what they feel about that person. However, and they shouldn't discount that person or treat them bad if it's someone that makes you happy. So, it's important to kind of it's a fine wine. It's a fine wine. It's a fine line to walk when it comes to this type of dynamic. When it comes to family, that's kind of tough spot to be in. So it's gonna be whatever matters to you the most. So, anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. And please like, share, and subscribe. Become part of the Divine Oracle tribe. Now, you may want to be clarifying this at another time, but as it sits, maybe you've seen something in here that's kind of swaying you which way you should go. Maybe you've seen something in the cards that is telling you something different or something of which way to maybe go for yourself. But what I'm picking up on and things, it's kind of left it all up in the air. Like you're seeing both sides of the good, the bad, and even the ugly parts of this. So I feel like you are having all this information and then maybe still having to make a decision one way or the other when it happens. So, anyways, you'll know what you feel at the time, Aries, and you'll kind of see the situation however you're meant to see it. Spirit's going to help guide you, I feel. So you may even get messages, or you may know already instinctively before they even show up who is who in this scenario and who should go and who should stay and who should whatever. Anyways, I'm going to let it go. Take care, stay blessed, and we'll see you next time. Later.